Can you believe that a movie came out in 2004 that gives almost the same feel as this Squid Game series? The name of the movie is House of Nine. Although it's not on the level of Squid Game, it's still a fantastic film that provides a very similar vibe. Please subscribe to our channel and leave a comment before we proceed. In short, it's about 9 people who are kidnapped and taken into a big house to participate in a game. The twist is that the last person left alive wins, and they announce a prize of $50 million for the winners. So, the 9 people in the game are trying to figure out how to survive and what to do. The movie starts with a scene where people are being kidnapped. It's unclear who is doing the kidnapping and why, but they focus on abducting these 9 people, both men and women, including older folks. There's even a scene where they joke about kidnapping the police themselves. Then the story cuts to our heroine, who finds herself in a room with someone lying next to her. Confused and scared, she tries to figure out how she ended up there. When she opens the door, she sees a couple of others unconscious in another room, heightening her fear. As she looks for an escape route, she finds the windows blocked and becomes more panicked. Eventually, she faints from the stress. After some time, she regains consciousness and hears a voice coming from a speaker in the wall. The voice announces that they are being watched and explains that they are part of a life-or-death game where only one person can survive. The last person standing wins, and there's a huge prize of $50 million for the winners. This revelation terrifies everyone, as it implies that the others will have to die. While some think it might be a prank, others are genuinely scared because only the survivors are declared winners. Among them is a middle-aged man named Jay, who pulls out a gun, making everyone nervous since he might be the last survivor. But he calms them down by saying he is a police officer and was brought here against his will, assuring them that this is not a prank. However, there's a black man present who, upon realizing Jay is a police officer, starts arguing and claiming that police are the root of all their problems. This leads to a heated exchange between him and Jay, which is exactly what those running the game want to see. Jay tries to defuse the situation, suggesting they should all sit down and talk calmly instead of fighting. The group decides to look for a way to escape. They focus on breaking down the main entrance, but realize it's impossible. In their desperation, they start searching for other exits. One of the characters, a black man, discovers a door leading to the basement, but it's also locked and fortified. They feel hopeless, but a girl named Claire, seemingly not believing in their chances, opens some drinks and suggests they relax. This annoys the police officer, who insists they need to work together and stay focused. As they rest, they hear a noise from the kitchen, which turns out to be a box of food delivered to them. Everyone feels a bit of relief, knowing they have something to eat, even if it's just a small portion for each. While sharing food, they introduce themselves, revealing their backgrounds. The police officer and the heroine start to bond over their stories, while Claire's husband seems skeptical about the situation. As night falls, someone unexpectedly enters the heroine's room, leading to a tense confrontation. The police officer prepares to fight back, but the intruder escapes. The group grows anxious, unsure of what to expect next. The priest tries to calm everyone down, reminding them that they shouldn't give in to fear. The next morning, tensions rise as they notice the temperature in the room has changed, suggesting something is off. Suddenly, they hear sirens outside, leading them to believe the police have arrived, likely due to the GPS tracker on one of the girls. They shout for help, but their calls seem unheard. The glass man remains calm, seemingly enjoying the chaos, while the police officer tries to devise a plan to communicate with the outside. However, it becomes clear that their chances of escape are dwindling, leading to despair among the group. He takes a key from his pocket. This key is for a place where they usually keep drinks locked up, and he had locked it earlier so no one could drink. Now everything has fallen apart, so he gives up on it with a broken heart. Some people start drinking there. A woman turns on the radio, but it only plays melancholy songs, making everyone depressed. At this point, the black man changes the song to something more upbeat. The lively music gets everyone dancing and feeling happy. Meanwhile, the man with glasses quietly picks up a drink bottle and begins heading to his room. On his way, the heroine crosses his path, Seeing her, he approaches gently and blocks her way, but she reminds him that he already has a wife. Realizing his mistake, he apologizes sincerely and continues to his room. Once inside, he breaks the bottle, making it into sharp pieces that can be used as a tool or weapon. He hides the rest of the shards in the bathroom and secures the sharp tool behind the door. Meanwhile, everyone else is dancing upstairs, but soon they grow tired and start heading back to their rooms. Only the black man and the man's wife are left dancing. They get closer to each other, laughing and enjoying themselves. Suddenly, the man with glasses storms in angrily, accusing them of improper behavior. Though they explain that they were just talking and dancing, an argument breaks out. The wife tries to calm things down, but the black man lightly pushes her away, causing her to fall and hit her head. As they had been drinking, the injury becomes fatal, and she dies on the spot. The black man is horrified, apologizing repeatedly, saying he didn't mean for it to happen. However, the police officer, who already disliked the black man, locks him in a room with bars to prevent escape. The black man cries, pleading for forgiveness. The rest of the group feels terrible about what happened. They move the wife's body to the basement and gather somberly. Later, food arrives, but the portions are small, and everyone must share. The black man asks for food from inside his cell, and after some debate, he's reluctantly given a small piece of potato. The priest feels sorry for him and gives him a little more, though the officer protests. The black man's frustration grows, and he lashes out, hitting the officer with a metal rod in a fit of rage. Realizing what he's done, he retreats to his room, feeling remorseful. The officer survives, but is critically injured. Meanwhile, the man with glasses begins behaving strangely, applying his wife's lipstick and muttering about killing everyone to claim the prize money. He even kisses a mirror and acts increasingly unhinged. Elsewhere, the heroine is attacked by the man with glasses in the bathroom, where he tries to electrocute her. She collapses and dies, marking another tragic event. The group grows even more paranoid. The man with glasses tries to frame others, while chaos spreads among the survivors. The black man ultimately takes his own life in despair. The priest, the last calm presence, tries to keep the peace, but the man with glasses becomes a full-fledged psycho, convinced he's the only one who deserves to win. As tension builds, the group's fragile unity shatters, and betrayal, greed, and madness consume everyone. With an intense glare on his forehead that screamed, "Serve the food properly or I'll throw it away," Max couldn't do much more. Resigned, he placed the food down and said, "Let me go." The reply came, "If I let you go, you'll eat everything here. Come, you must stay where I tell you." He was led away. As they moved, they stumbled upon the dead body of the accused woman. She had a knife lodged in her neck. Shocked by the sight, the group froze, unsure of what had happened. Max, terrified, fainted and stumbled back to the kitchen. The priest, unable to make sense of the events, looked to the side and saw Clara sitting in fear. When questioned, she lied, claiming self-defense. "She came to kill me, so I had no choice but to defend myself." The priest didn't believe her entirely. Many people had gone insane in that place due to prolonged fear and confinement, creating a kind of collective psychosis. He decided to isolate Clara, leading her away. In the meantime, our heroine was discovered unconscious in the bathroom. Seeing her state, the priest was devastated because the heroine had been one of the few good people in the group. Sitting beside her body in sorrow, the priest failed to notice Clara escaping. She went straight to the kitchen, intent on survival. Back in the kitchen, Max, who had been hiding, was hoarding food. Seeing this, Clara said, "I'm starving, give me my share." Max replied, "If you want food, you must give me something in return," and he began removing his belt threateningly. Clara, paralyzed by fear, froze. Max, seizing the opportunity, tried to strangle her, saying, "If you want food, you must give me your life." Suddenly, the priest entered with a gun and ordered Max to let Clara go. But Max, mocking him, said, "You can't do anything. Everyone must die for me to survive." Frustrated, the priest fired a shot that hit Max directly in the head, killing him instantly. Shocked by his own actions, the priest began doubting his sanity. Behind him, the glass man, hidden all along, emerged with a sharp shard of glass. He attacked the priest, stabbing him fatally, then took the gun and shot Clara, who was barely alive, finishing her off. "I'm the winner," the glass man declared gleefully, dancing in triumph. Unbeknownst to him, the heroine had regained consciousness. Grabbing a shard of glass wrapped in cloth, she prepared for self-defense. Just as the glass man heard a noise and approached, the heroine ran. He chased her, declaring, "You can't escape me." The chase led to a rooftop, where the glass man cornered her, boasting about his imminent victory. As he moved to attack, he slipped and fell. The heroine, with the shard in hand, defended herself, stabbing him in the chest as he fell. The glass man's reign of terror ended there. Exhausted and traumatized, the heroine was the sole survivor. Unsure whether to laugh or cry, she sat down, overwhelmed. Suddenly, a door opened, revealing a bag containing $50 million in cash. Realizing her ordeal wasn't over, she picked up the bag and cautiously exited the house. To her shock, she found herself in another house, where others, holding similar bags, stood frozen in disbelief. Each person there had likely played a similar deadly game. The ending leaves the audience with the chilling realization that survival had only led them into another nightmare. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback.